All right. I just started this painting today, and I just had a massive realization as I was sitting here listening to this guy on YouTube that I listen to often, and he learned to speak English so he could share what he's learned on his journey, and I admire this guy. He's just, his channel will come to me, something about passion. But he's a painter also. And what I just realized is that I taught myself to paint this because I had the image that I wanted in my mind. And I was relaxed enough. Painting has allowed me to relax enough in my life to let that image flow from the image in my mind to this, because when I stepped back and looked, it's actually a lion. And this has so many lessons. We are our own teacher. We are the love of our life. We are everything, and we need to find it on the inside. And I think locally I'm going to start to teach this stuff with my music, and why not bring some art with it to sell. It's just a great way to find your purpose. And what I've realized today also is that my life purpose was in my pain. And that is my abundance. You know, we're here to wake up. We're here to allow ourselves to lighten up or be enlightened. And this all comes from the inside of us. You know, for myself, I channel it through music. I channel it through painting. I channel it through writing, getting back out in nature, sharing what I've learned with other people so they can start to put their story together. Because honestly, life is a blank canvas at any time you want. This canvas was blank this morning. And less is more. I had all this on here, and I just started flowing with it and started blending, and all of a sudden it's really starting to look like a lion. Like, I blew my own mind with this. And this is what it's about. We're here to create our lives. This is a beautiful painting. And I'm able to say that because I've seen the beauty that I do have within me that I'm starting to let out. This is my point. So, any local venues, I'm around Aniak area, Aniak, Illinois. I'd like to create a show with this and the music and just inspire people to go within. We're here to be happy. We're here to celebrate life. It's a gift to be here. And we're in this race to go where? You know, I was in the race till I took enough hits and hit enough walls and crashed and burned to realize that that's not the way. I was chasing outside of me, searching outside of me for love, for happiness, for everything, approval. And it's all within. That's how loving yourself, you can appreciate everything that you've gone through to create so much beauty. And that's what we're here to do. You know, we come into this world as a spirit. We're right there. And this universe is so vast. And it's filled with endless possibilities. We are just, study Nikola Tesla, study Bob Proctor. Here's Bob. I've been working on painting him because this guy came to me after he passed on. And I've turned the pain into purpose here. And it took me a long time, but last fall I painted myself, and I painted myself with a smile. It took me a long time to smile. And that's okay. It's all okay. You know? you can just create the life you want. And painting for me really just, it's all about the flow. And just know right now can be a blank canvas right now. You know, it took me a lot to get here. It took me, a lot of trials and tribulations. And I don't have blame, I don't have resentment, guilt, shame, none of that stuff. Because that's what weighs us down. That's what just keeps us stuck. That's what keeps us in places and with people that we don't belong. Or maybe in a career that just, we're chasing money. I chased money my whole life. And all it got me was beat up and broke. And I can laugh at that because we're here to have fun. And I'm reminding myself right now, as I learn, as I go through this, and I listen to people out there all over the place, this new earth is here. The consciousness is expanding. The thoughts are the seeds that go into that consciousness that grow into whatever you want. And as I level up and cut off what doesn't, take the swords out of your back that somebody stuck there and trim yourself. Get yourself right. Cut away what you don't need. The answer is in the question. The purpose is in the pain. Follow where you're hurt. Follow it down to where you see where it hurts you and why it hurts you and cut it loose. Get rid of it. It doesn't exist. The only thing that exists is right now. And, understanding that less is more in every aspect of your life. And I've heard that my whole life, and it really didn't apply to me until I started to look at what's on this canvas, and it's done. Creation is finished. Study Neville Goddard, Abraham Hicks, Dr. Joe Dispenza. Go within. Just know that nothing outside of you is gonna do it for you. I know I've already tried. And when we release the past, when we release the hurt, the traumas, we're lighter. We float like a bobber or a cork. And when we're not restricted internally, we're not in dis-ease, which causes disease. We are our own medicine. We are everything that we need. And it's all right where you're at. It's time we forgive ourselves and everybody. I don't care if you're religious or not or whatever. It's just, we're very powerful. And we're in charge of our lives. I used to put my happiness outside of me, and it's just like, today I see it, today I feel it. Right now I feel the beautiful energy flowing through my heart, so I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm channeling. Or as Abraham says, she's just directly connected to source. It's a connection, quantum entanglement. Louis Armstrong said it the best. It's a wonderful world. He was a happy guy. He saw it like a little child saw it. I know for me, I carried it from about 3 years on. I was able to see where I carried everything my whole life from one incident. It's pretty wild. And that allowed me to forgive it, to release it, and understand that all happened so I could be here right now. When you cut the cords of yesterday and write a new song, new painting, whatever you want to call it, you become your authentic self and your true self. And that's the only way we're going to have world peace. Is if you have it, if I have it within me, then I see things like a child sees it with wonder and with, wow, what is this? And I get to explore and do all this stuff because we're conditioned that we can't do that anymore. But that's just, it's not true. We can. We just have to take our power back. Meaning cut ourselves off from the distractions of social media. I don't like the word guilty, but I do it. I'm always on there, but the signs pointing me to do this, so nothing is a coincidence. Everything is happening for you. If it doesn't feel right, then that's the wake-up call to be like, all right, what's going on here? Repetitive patterns, cycles, different faces, different places. And Bob Proctor said it the best, that it's all in the perception of ourselves. When he started doing this stuff that he worked on his whole life, he was 26, he said, and somebody gave him the book Think and Grow Rich. I have a plant sitting on mine right now, but it's a great book. Get the book Think and Grow Rich. Get the 4 Agreements. Get the Bhagavad Gita. Whip out your Bible. It all says the same thing. And Tao Te Ching. Listen to Dr. Wayne Dyer on that one. He recites it